And this is why I felt led to do this. In fact, the name of our ministry obviously is called Christian Overcomers. And years ago, I came up with that name because of these two chapters, Revelation chapter 2 and 3. I was reading them, and Jesus kept saying, overcome. He that overcometh will get this. He that overcometh will get that. And I thought, why am I not hearing that in the churches today? I think we should name our ministry Christian Overcomers, because this is the message that Jesus has for the church. And we're going to get into that in a second. But the danger of the once saved, always saved teaching is that it leads believers into complacency, possibly and more than likely even leading them into rebellion. It also makes people lazy. They think, oh, my salvation is sure. I said I was saved back in I said Jesus come into my heart in 1995 and I was saved, and they may have been genuine, but then they think, well, I don't really have to do anything now. I got a free ticket. We're going to find out that is not the case at all. You can. I had a different quote here. Let me see. Well, I'll get to that in a second. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Anyways, there are numerous passages in the Bible where I could go to disprove the once saved, always saved teaching. But we're going to primarily focus on Revelation chapter 2 and 3 because Jesus says it all there. In fact, Jesus will give us 7, a lot of people don't think of it like this, the 7 letters to the 7 churches were actually 7 different sermons that Jesus gave, his 7 last sermons to the church. And guess what? Word you will not find in those 7 sermons. Anybody want to guess? Are you saved? Not one sermon that Jesus gave, his 7 last sermons. And if Jesus is given a sermon, shouldn't all sermons kind of have the same, overall, shouldn't they have the same purpose, the same message as Jesus' sermons to the churches? An evangelist, it's their job to, get people saved, get them to believe in Jesus. But a pastor's job is not to be talking about getting saved anymore. Just like Jesus didn't tell the people that were in church, you need to get saved. They were already supposed to be saved. That's why they were sitting in church. Now the message goes from, you're saved, but now you got to overcome. And so you will not find the word saved mentioned at all in any of Jesus' last sermons, but you will find the word overcome 8 times in this, one time for each church, and then at the end he says it again, applying it to himself, that we must do what he did. But so when I see that, it makes me think of the various churches I've been to today. You'd think that since that was Jesus' main message, to overcome, that you'd be hearing that everywhere. I'd go to this church, that church, somebody would be tying overcoming in somewhere. But I don't know, has anybody ever heard a message lately that they can remember that really stuck in their mind that, hey, you need to overcome? We got trials and tribulations coming ahead. You might have trials in your life and you've got to stay the course. No, they give you this security blanket teaching that once saved, always saved. I just hold on to that and say I love Jesus and I'm good. Anyways, this is a tragic failure. The church has failed to follow the model that Jesus wants the church to follow. Let me go over it here. I got another quote here and then we'll move on. All right, so when you believe and are saved, you've only taken the first step. Now you must demonstrate that faith and overcome. There's another place where it says even the devils believe in Jesus, in the name of Jesus. Even they know he's the Son of God. It doesn't mean that they're going to heaven. The devils know that. And Christians can act like devils just the same if they don't actually follow what God says, even though they say they believe it.